Almost 300,000 federal layoffs coming before Christmas. Let's check it out.
I have some more dire economic news. I'm sorry we can't have our heads in the sand, but I am going to end this video with an empowering message on what you and I can do to hopefully turn this ship around. So, October 2025, there were 153,074 layoffs, the highest layoffs in 20 decades. 20 decades! Ranging from tech giants to warehouse workers to retailers, everybody is impacting. Now, this just is validating what people have been estimating is over 1 million jobs being eliminated because of Trump admin economic policies. I mean, it's happening. Now, because of the tariffs, the Trump admin is also allowing the tech bros who own AI to become even bigger billionaires. One of them, a trillionaire, probably pretty soon. And they are eliminating jobs because of AI on top of the tariffs that are causing layoffs in other sectors. And there's another 294,000 federal jobs that are going to be cut. Did you guys know this? All of this is right before Christmas. It's right before the holidays. And competition for what few new jobs become available has become so intense that you and I have a better job of winning a $500 scratch off ticket than getting that job. That's how many jobless people are applying for each limited job opening. This is really fucking bad, people. And you know what? It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And let me tell you something. With these healthcare subsidies expiring, thanks to the Trump administration, those cheap health insurance plans that are now available to all of these jobless people, I just made a video about it. One Trump supporter purchased the plan. It's called Trump Care, had a heart attack, and was billed $110,000. Another Trump supporter purchased the Trump Care package, had a knee replacement, and then was billed $100,000. This is really bad, you guys. Here's my hopefully empowering message. You and I have to vote the right people in who are visionaries, who are not beholden to the corporate class, to the lobbyists. We cannot vote for MAGA Republicans. We also cannot vote for centrist Democrats. We must vote them out. This new landscape we are in, we're not going back. Something new must be created from all of this mess the Trump administration and his tech bros are creating. Something new. We need visionaries. The centrist Democrats are not visionaries. Their skill is to take care of their donor base. Ditto with MAGA. That's not a visionary. It's not. It's crazy.
All right, so several things here. I do think that something will emerge from all of this. Forget the Democrats, forget the Republicans. I think that in the end, after the end of his term, I think that there will be a new party. Maybe it'll be the white party or the black party, but that damn sure ain't gonna be red or blue. And there are several things that she said that is true, right? The working class and the poor, the poor class, right? Those two classes. I'm not left or right, but you all voted against your own self-interest. This administration and this party is pretty much in favor of people that have money. Not just your billionaires and your soon-to-be trillionaires, but people that have millions of dollars, right? So the Republican Party has inflationary policies. Not just inflationary as far as goods and services, but also the inflation of assets, your real estate, your stocks, right? Your stock portfolio. We've seen what the all-time highs have been. SP 500. Bitcoin created an all-time high. It's coming down now, but gold, silver. Who buys that stuff? Not the middle to lower class, lower income. They're just trying to survive, let alone getting assets. When you see people saying, "Hey, buy assets on sale, buy the dip," most people don't even the majority of Americans don't have the money to buy the dip. Both parties, in my opinion, are about the rich getting richer. It's just the one party makes it more apparent than the other. So essentially, people voted against their own self-interest, and they didn't know because people paid too much attention to social media. Social media is a game, and I'll give Trump that. He figured out how to, or his kids, which I'm pretty sure his son, the youngest one, like they use social media. They didn't really use Fox News, and that stuff is dead. They played the social media game so well. They know that people don't have their own thoughts. A lot of the things you think not only about yourself, but about other people were engineered into your mind through applications like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X. They used to call it television programming. Now it's content creation. It's programming disguised or with a new name, a new twist, a new millennia. And this is what you get out of that. The people running around here can't even name the three branches of government, but swear Trump is the best president. And it's like, all right, well, how much money do you make a year? And you think that this is the best person or the best administration for you? No, this is for rich people. This is for the people that have money. The people that have money, when this is all over, are going to have more money, right? They're going to be living up in the clouds with next to God, while everybody else is at the bottom fighting over scraps. And this is something that I talked about. This report was released back during COVID from the Defense Council that talked about all of this stuff before it happened, all of it. Like, this is just the beginning. If you go back and read that report that I talked about, that I mentioned on this channel, you will find out that there's more to this than this is just the beginning of it. Okay, they called these people bad actors. They didn't say Trump by name. They didn't say anybody by name. They just said bad actors. And also, I used to be in the workforce. It's been a long time since I was in the workforce. The last time that I was in the workforce, this is when Obama was in office and he reduced the budget to the Pentagon. I worked for a defense nonprofit. Once they saw that they were about to lose money, guess what's the first thing they did? They started firing people. I got fired on my day off. Okay. That's the first thing they do, is start consolidating positions. And then, getting rid of people. So that way the executives and, the people that are invested in these companies can still get their bonuses. Summer's going to be lit for them in the Hamptons, Tel Aviv, Dubai. They're going to be fine. And, from that, I learned to self-sustain, create my own businesses, pick up new skill sets. I worked really hard at learning how to day trade. I have a totally different YouTube channel where I post my trades and stuff, right? I had to learn how to be self-sufficient and self-sustained. I had to, teach my wife. We had to do it together, right? My kids are going to pick up that skill set and everything that we leave for them, right? You got to tighten up on the life insurance. It's a huge learning curve once you're really on your own. You got to learn how to deal with these insurance companies. I have a real estate license, so I can get a discount on insurance, sort of a discount. And then that's another thing. I had to pick up a real estate license, right? And I had to position myself to have real estate clients of people that are in that class, people that will not be affected or that haven't been affected by, and it's unfortunate to say that, but it's the reality of you have to learn how to take control over your own life, because this, what people consider a handout, whether it's SNAP, whether it's assistance with healthcare, a lot of these government benefits, they're getting that out of there. That stuff is over. These easy jobs, not easy jobs, 'cause no job is really easy, but being able to depend on a job, period, whether it's with the federal government or private industry, it's going to get light out there. It's going to get light out there because especially with the competition, there's going to be somebody out there that is willing to do the same job for less. Especially as bad as it's going to start getting. And this is unfortunate. But again, I think that the whole thing needs to be washed. Get rid of a lot of Democrats, get rid of a lot of the Republicans, and there needs to be a new party that emerges that is for the people. I personally think the only way that can happen is if they take the money out of politics, which will be hard to do. It will be very difficult to do, But again, money will always find its way in, especially when it comes to taking control over a country. So this is unfortunate, especially before Christmas. I hope a lot of people, or if anybody is affected by this, has a safety net, has a business, has money saved up, some kind of way that they can make it into next year, still take care of their families, and maybe get a new job or have something shaken, because nobody really wants to see people get hurt. Once you see these type of things happen, the crime rate goes up, divorce rates go up, homelessness goes up. It becomes a domino effect, right, on the entire economy, essentially, because really the bottom half of people really kind of support the top half, if that makes sense. The middle class and lower class are like the legs to the table being these trillionaires, these billionaires, because somebody has to be able to consume the products that they produce. Now, these guys are so far gone as far as being rich and wealthy, a lot of it won't even matter anyway. If Tesla would have failed today, Elon Musk is good. If NVIDIA were to fail today, the CEO of NVIDIA, he's good, right? And the thing is, from my understanding, from meeting, I haven't met Elon Musk, but I've met people that are a part of a lot of these tech companies. Their intent isn't, all right, how can we make the middle class and the lower class broke? That's not their intent. A lot of the guys that I've met, their intent is, I had this idea that I want to get accomplished. I want to be able to come up with this idea. And it just so happens that the domino effect, right? Like everything has a yin and a yang, a positive and a negative. You may have this great idea, but that idea may replace people's jobs in the future. But that wasn't really your intent. It's like, I got this idea in my head that I downloaded from the God mind, and I put this thing into action, and it made somebody's life better, but at the same time, it's going to make somebody else's life worse, unfortunately. So it's like accidentally stepping on somebody's foot. I didn't mean to step on your foot. I was just trying to walk in that direction. I hope you all understand. And I hope everybody that could be facing these layoffs has something to stand on.